And just to keep these lines in between a little bit, because there are a few lines that need to be in sort of solid. And we'll line them in very, very lightly later on. Yeah, we'll make them darker soon as well. I'll put a bit of the black in this right at the end when it starts to dry, and I'll just dry brush black in. That's not bad at all. What we're looking for here, little bits under the neck. And this side needs darker brown, a little bit of black in it. Now do we go black or do I put a bit of dark? No, I'm going to go with a bit of dark green, just to see. Because dark green might give us a whole new effect. What this is all about is, you've got to try and experiment, you've got to try different things and see what happens. So that's what, in essence, this is what mixed media is all about, trying different things and not being too tied down to a certain ideal. So this is it with the dark green in, right? Tying with a bit dark green, and it just kind of makes this sort of khaki kind of brown colour, which is pretty good for a turtle, I think. I think it kind of works for him. So I'll just get the excess off and we'll see how this looks. Over the top of, there we go, just over the top of this sort of tan brown. It just builds it a little bit, gives it more of a substance. Yeah, I quite like that build. I won't use it everywhere, but it's nice just to get that sort of blend so it's not as stark. It can kind of, you can very lightly just dust it back into the turtle, and then the cream from before rises back into it. That's not too bad, it's pretty good. Let's go this side with it. Flick that in. And just very, very lightly put that into it. Sweet. Hi John Bates, you alright mate? A little bit of curve in here, under the neck. Yeah, little bits here and there. Splodges in the eyes around the neck. And a bit darker around here. Just need to define this out a bit more. Right, I think we've got people coming for these boards. That'll be 2 minutes. Right, a bit more. Yeah, we need definition on the underside. Down here, like that. Just put the folds in and his wrinkles on the underside of him. Yeah, just to give it that little bit of definition where it needs to go. Put that in like that. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. And there's a kind of a shape there that needs to go in later. Like a configuration. Bit of dark in here. Just to define the neck a little bit. On the side, there we go. And then these curves just be popped back in. Yeah, this kind of baby sick green isn't the best colour really for it, but it's just good because it defines it a little bit, makes it pop, gives it a bit more of what I need from it really. Then we can hide out completely this bit. We're just brushing this into the white here, now it's dry, just to break it up a little bit, add a bit more definition. You see the brown's going back in, which is nice. We've got the curves happening, which is lovely. And then the definition of the neck, there's a very dark patch here, right in here. It needs to be put in. That's the dark patch that we want. Excellent. Just to build up his muscle tones in his neck, make him look a bit more beefed. Like he's been hitting the roids. Yeah, we're getting there now. And the back end here as well, we want to kind of curve this in. A bit more dark greeny brown. And here, there we go. Yeah, and then that completely separates the shell, the neck, the front, and the fin. It all just makes it pop. It gives it that kind of depth that I've been wanting from the start, really. And I'll put a bit more in the back, in the neck here, in his face. Yeah. And I'm just going to keep working on it over and over, adding different tones and textures, just so it builds as we do. It builds as we go, and it'll eventually have some like quite realistic qualities to it, I think. In this fin as well. In this fin, I need to work it around here. Let's check this message 1 second. Oh, friend request off Jay Gray. I don't know who you are, but cheers, Jay. Talk to you in a bit. Ah, nothing new. This phone might cut out eventually. We'll check it out in a minute. My phone life isn't brilliant. So yeah, this fin now needs to be darkened in a bit. It is quite dark in consideration. Well, when you put it next to the stomach. And we do want to bring it out, make it a bit more solid. So, here we go. That will put the definition in that I've been looking for. That's it. And I'm just going over this white line a little bit, because I do want to kind of keep it for the lighting effect, but I don't want it to be too strong. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting the blends in here, bend this round. Just so it's got that depth. There we go. So you get like the illusion that that's where the curve is of his flipper. It sort of curves into that. I'll just make this bit in here as well. Put that round and round and round. To go over the white, to still keep that lighting effect, but to just introduce another colour, just so it gets that very nice sort of fade that I'm looking for. It's not there yet, but I'll get it. There we go. That's what we're doing. We're kind of getting where we want to do with this. Give it that real illusion of depth, because there is darkness here. This would effectively be like his armpit under his little flipper. And that will curve down into here. Yeah. This will transform again like when I hit it with spray paint again after this, just to add more tones here and there, get some nice soft blends in there. It'll do kind of what I want it to do. Yeah, this is still dark. Take this up into here again, into this white, just blast it down, blast it down. And then when I go over, I'm going to go with, on these scales they're quite light, on this side of his body, they're going to be a bit darker, because it's where the darkness is with relation to how high it is. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to mix up a kind of a darker brown, just to put those shapes there, repeating to this side, but a little bit darker. Let's check who's talking. The only thing wrong with painting live is you get distracted, because I'm such a social media whore. Don Walls, my Uncle Don, and my daddy. And Andy, nice one. Hi Uncle Don, hi Dad. dodgy there. Get rid of that. Maybe get rid of this as well, if I can. Ah, it's dry now, I can't. I'll just buzz over it with a bit more of this stuff. There we go. Bob Ross style. Straight over it. Yeah! It's looking pretty good. I think it needs more beef to this arm actually, because it kind of goes off to nothing, and he needs to have a bit more beef on his flipper. There we go, good old beefy flipper. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. Ah, this back end as well. We'll probably stipple a bit of this into here, just get that texture that we like to look for. I'm just dabbing little bits in, just to give it that kind of texture, that sort of textured effect here that we need to see a bit more of. Just dipping it in the paint and then just very quickly stapling it. Stapling? I don't know. I forget my oil painting terminology from college. Stippling. That's what we're doing. Just stippling it in. Just to build that kind of texture to them. There's little bits here, there and everywhere that kind of need it as well. Yeah, that's the curve there. That's my neck actually, so that would be there and that would curve into here. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Because that would go under. I'm just putting in some kind of very thin lines here just to kind of define where the stop and start point is on this. That curves into there. Yeah!